Hi, Tile at Rocky Mountain Audio Fest 2012 here with Jerry Harvey of Jerry Harvey Audio, and he's going to tell us about his remixed version of the JH13. Hi, Jerry. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Tile?
Good. Tell us a little bit about your gadget.
Okay, great. Well, it took me about 15 years to figure this out, but I finally did. This is the 13 and the 16 are the very first phase coherent earpiece that I've ever designed. So basically what we've done is we've designed a, well, you can see the little logo here, a little Freqphased logo.
Yeah.
That's the terminology. We call it Freqphased. But basically what we figured out is you have to have all of the arrival time within 100th of a millisecond to actually be coherent, to have a coherent phase response in the earpiece. So in the old days we had the highs sped up way too fast and the lows were very slow. So pretty much every other earpiece out there, even my old ones, are not phase coherent like the new 13 and 16 are. So I designed a 3-bore waveguide, and by designing the waveguide it allows every one of the drivers to arrive at the same time at the end of the ear canal. So we've named it Freqphased. It's you can definitely tell the difference. It's a huge difference when you listen to them, especially between the 10 and 2 area of the mix, because that's where all the phase cancellation occurs. Because normally with an earpiece or anything that's even, has a rough phase curve, you can hear when everything's panned right or panned left, you can actually, it stands out of the mix and sounds very wide, but it's the mono image, kind of the ghost vocal, those kind of things that end up kind of getting, saturated and kind of mushed up a little bit. So with this new technology and with having a phase coherent earpiece, you can actually hear 5-10 degrees of separation, anything that's panned, everything layers, and it's very articulate in the mix now. So first time in an in-ear monitor.
And did you make any changes to the crossover in terms of being first order instead of second order, or are there any changes there really?
No, the crossover shapes are the same, but I actually had to retune both earpieces because when the earpiece became phase coherent, the high mids and the highs and everywhere it was kind of had some, maybe 90 degrees of phase cancellation just came right up. So it took me a few weeks to actually get everything back down to the original audio signature that I created before. So yeah, they have the same audio signature, just more articulate, and much better separation and much wider soundstage now.
Cool. Well, I have to say that I did have a chance to hear these units in their generic version that Jerry has at the show, and they are really spectacular. I love my JH13s right now, but I'm very much looking forward to getting another pair with the new Freqphased on it, because it's really cool. Let me show you a quick picture of the graph. This is a graph of the phase, and you can see here's the phase now, which is very close to 0, and here's a phase of a typical in-ear monitor.
Yeah, it's a competitor's triple bore 6-driver earpiece, and you can see it's almost 180 degrees out at the low frequencies. It comes here, it's still about 60 degrees out. It comes across between 1 and 2K, and then it's 90 degrees out on the highs. So it's really, even though the frequency response looks nice on the screen, it's a mess whenever you hear the mix, or especially live when you have a bunch of open microphones, you start getting the phasing issues, and it really gets cluttered quickly. So that's, you can really hear the difference in this. It's night and day.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Jerry. Really appreciate talking to you again. And we'll see you at the next booth.